Afternoon, teacher and classmates. My name is Julia Manichoke, and today I am going to present a case of interculturality. Introduction. Interculturality involves recognizing, respecting, and valuing cultural diversity within a country, especially in multicultural nations like Peru. However, this respectful coexistence has been repeatedly disrupted to our history. One of the most serious cases occurred during the 1990 when the Peruvian state, under President Alberto Fujimori, implemented a family planning program that resulted in the forced sterilization of thousands of women, primarily indigenous and Quechua speaking. This egregious act not only violates fundamental human rights but also exposes an profound cultural discrimination and lack of intercultural awareness in public policies. A woman forced to sterilize. Between 1996 and 2000, it is estimated that over 200,000 women were sterilized as part of the national programs of reproductive health and family planning. Although officially presented as a voluntary strategy to fill poverty, many of these procedures were carried out without informative consent, in precarious conditions and under pressure from the healthcare personnel. The main victims were rural women with low resources who did not speak Spanish as their native language. Representative case. One of the most symbolic cases is that Mamerita Mestanza Chavez, an indigenous woman from the Cajamarca region, was pressured by healthcare staff to undergo tubal ligation. Despite her hesitation and without receiving adequate information about the risks, she ultimately agreed. After the procedure, she did not receive necessary medical care and sadly died on April 4, 1998 from a postoperative infection. Her case was brought before the Inter-American Commissions on Women's Rights, where the Peruvian state's responsibility was recognized. Points of view of the case. The case of forced sterilization of indigenous women in Peru reflects a serious violation of women's rights and profound lacks of intercultural perspective on the part of the state. Health policies were imposed without respecting native language or the worldview of Andeo communities, which revealed structural racism, ethnic discriminations, and social exclusion. The women affected were treated without dignity or consent, leading to lasting physical, emotional, and cultural consequences. This event demonstrates how the absence of the structural delegations uh, can translate into abuses of power, loss of institutional truth, and the need of justice at the most vulnerable populations. Contribution to the solution of the problem. A comprehensive solution to the problem of forced sterilization must include the promotion of health education with an intercultural approach that respects the language, customs, and traditional language of indigenous communities. So the training of bilingual and culturally sensitive health promoters. Likewise, the state has the responsibility to the officially acknowledge what happened, punish to responsibility and guarantee full reparation to the victims, include medical and psychological care and financial compensation. It is essential that indigenous communities actively participate in the design of public policies, insecurity that their voices are heard and respected. Finally, the intercultural approach must be strengthened across all state institutions, uh, fostering a cultural of respect for the diversity and preventing similar incidents from happening in the future. Conclusions. The forced sterilization of indigenous women not only constitutes a serious violation of women's rights but also serves as an alarming demonstration of the lack of respect for cultural diversity in Peru. This case highlights the urgent need to promote public policies with a genuine intercultural approach where the voice and rights of indigenous peoples and are recognized and protected. The Peruvian state that has the responsibility to guarantee justice, reparation for the victims, and man repetition is similar events only through reconnection, dialogue, and respect among cultural can truly exclusive and equitable society and build. Thank you so much, teacher.